Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I did just double check. The green light is on, which means you should be hearing me. I'm just gonna grab a couple things here. I had an idea while I was cleaning off my desk, and now I need to figure out which inks work best on the paint cards. Okay. Oh, what was my idea? If you wanna know if you want to stick around or not? I would show you the idea, but it has totally disappeared. All right, so I kept the name of the paint chip, and I drew a picture and cut out the picture and then made a little cluster out of it. I thought that was kind of fun. Yes, I could have used a leaf with more contrast, but I didn't. So I've got scraps on my desk, and I've got paint chips on my desk, and ooh, colorful leaves. Ooh, let me find. Well, I could just draw a leaf. Okay. Golden aura. I think we'll try the butterfly on that one. We'll try the Stays On, which I think the Stays On is probably going to be our best bet when it comes to the inks that stay on. Always. Does anybody else do that? I don't even know if this has, does it even have, okay, good. Whoops. All right. It does. Whoops. Oh. Ooh, looks nice with that brown too. So I could cut out the butterflies, or I could even just have them on here. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute and see if the stays on. And then we'll decide how we want to do that. Sycamore Grove. I think I have to look up what sycamore leaves look like. Dark Everglades, Forest Edge. These ones I'll probably do. Bonfire Night. Wow, that is bright. Let's try that one. Where'd the cover go? Okay. I don't want it to dry out. Let's try the archival ink. Definitely got some black on there. And see, and we'll give that a minute. We'll give them all a little time to dry and see how they do. I know if I could do 3, it'd be even better. I might have a smaller butterfly I could stick on there. Or I could do like a circle of some sort to just, have a third element. They don't all have to be butterflies. Well, the third element would be the word, right? That are all the same color. All right. Give that a minute to dry. And blazing bonfire. Mossy cavern. Yeah, I got some really good. These are mostly fall colors. I know it's not fall right now. Cinnamon Crunch. All right, let's try the VersaFine, which we know is going to take even longer to dry. It's a non-porous painty surface, and so we just know. But also, it's nice and bold. So I might even take the heat gun to these just to dry them a little faster. Oh, the other thing I could even do is I could do, well, first we want to see if these dry. If this doesn't dry, then I can do the heat embossing. And then are we going to try to keep the antenna or not? Oh, that's hot. Maybe let it cool off before you try to touch it. Those cards get quite hot, actually. All right, the stays on. We're happy with the stays on. The archival, hey, that one's staying on. I'm not sure that this one's dry yet. I want to give it a chance. It might stay on, but see, I've just blotted some off of there. Definitely, it's going to take longer. I can't even tell by touching it because I've already got ink on my hands from doing whatever playing I was doing from cleaning. Because why would I just clean when I should be playing? If you find yourself struggling to create, just clean your space. Next thing you know, you'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to play. That's what happened to me. All right, we're doing that one last. Okay. So, I could have done a big picture, but I thought also the butterflies would be cute. I'm gonna pause while I cut these because, and I'm not even, I could have given it a border. That maybe I will with one of them, but I did not. And I don't think I'm gonna keep the antennas either. I think I'm just gonna, we'll see. Could always do a half of one to fly off of somewhere. I don't know. I'll be right back. Okay, now let's find, okay, I found this scrap, which is one that I've drawn on, but it's got a little bit of that darker orange, which I think will make it perfect. And I'm thinking butterfly, near the bottom and near the top. And then I've got the color, which will kind of be like a little tab on the side. It could be on that side. It could be on this side. Doesn't really matter. I can glue it on, staple it on. There's no right or wrong. I do want to roll up my sleeve though. Why is that one all loose? I don't know. So we already have leaves in there, so we don't need to add another leaf. This side of this could work. This little scrappy piece. I feel like the angle of the top of the thing for just sticking out there and having it as a tab. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Maybe not that piece. Oh, we also have some ledger, which is always fun. We like ledger. There's a little bit of texture and whatnot. Don't know if I want to put that on the inside or the outside. I do want that to stick out a little bit farther. We also have paper, which is just kind of sitting on the desk. Don't need it that long, obviously. And then I like that black. do I want the rough edge out or the straight edge? Doesn't really matter. No, and I could even throw some paint on it if I wanted to. Let's see. Don't need it any taller than that. What's this here? Oh yeah, that's a piece. Ooh, all right. Can I get this? This is just a scrap from some collage I did a while back, and that is a piece of painty paper that Carrie made. So I'm just gonna tear this side so that black line is closer to the outside, so that if I put this like this, then that will show, and then it's not a lot of contrast between that and that, so maybe not that. Bonfire Night is the name of the paint. So build our cluster. We said I don't need a leaf because I already have. Oh, that's got some red on it. Do we like the red that's on there? I know it's got some weird black too, but that's okay. We put that back over there. It can come off the side or it can just come off this piece. It doesn't have to. I'm just deciding. I think I want this very close to the edge, this red line here. And save that to use somewhere. And I don't need the whole piece. I could use that other piece somewhere, sometime. So that can go on the side there, like that. One or two. Does it matter? I don't know. And kind of like that. Staging and expressing. Oh yeah, because that was like a music kind of a thing. Anyway, I'm gonna overthink this for a minute. Bear with while I overthink it. Oh, I do think I want to put a little bit of script of some sort potentially on here. This one I can never, or maybe just numbers. Do we want script or numbers? Let's overthink it. Okay, let's just use this script, which I always do the wrong direction. I think that's like the bottom. We'll find out, won't we? Won't we? Where's my acorn? I think I would like the acorn. It's kind of a red brown. We could just go red with orange. I mean, we could bring in some more orange. Also, what is the complementary of orange? We'll do that. Is red, green, blue. Blue is the complementary of orange. So we could bring in complementary, or we could just use orange even, maybe. This orange blossom is probably not as bright. This one's probably brighter. Think this is the right way up. I can't tell. Can you? Yeah, I think that's the right way up. Okay. Oh, if I do it sideways, it won't matter anyway. So I could just do it a little bit sideways. Just kind of want a little something in the background, especially where it's like really white. Just adding a little bit of script in there helps a little bit, I think. Do we want to ink? Do we really want to ink this? Where did our coffee go? I really don't know. Oh, it's right here. I was alone with my thoughts while I was cleaning off my desk. So, still a little bit of, oh, I can cut some of that off. I don't have to have the margin on there. I can take that off. I have choices. I do this thing called what I want. All right, let's just glue that on. Let's just start making decisions. I mean, they're not unalterable decisions. Oh, do I want to ink this? Oh, look, I had 2 pieces there. Ha. Sometimes the paper's so thin, you can't even tell that you got more than one. Yes, I do. I do definitely want to ink it. Just kind of ages it a little bit, frames it out. I've got those, oh, did I? Probably enough. Probably don't need to add much to that, right? All right. Put some more glue on there because even though I use Barely Arts glue and it has a little bit more dry time than, say, art glitter glue, it still is going to dry if you leave it long enough. So, there's that. I think this one I'm going to have hanging off the edge there a little bit. I don't usually leave the antennas. What are they? Yeah, they're antennas. I think I almost said antlers because that's what Gail Augustinelli calls them, antlers. But I left them on because I didn't know if there'd be a place for me to draw them in. Like if it's sticking up the top there like that, then there might not be a place to. And do you want the bonfire night on there? Now, if you don't like that curve, you could always, I'm going to tuck that right in there. You could always straighten it out if you want to. So we have 1, 2, 3, our little triangle of the bright orange. A little bit in the background too, sort of. And that would be a really cute cluster to put on a tag. Oh, do we want to put it on? Or it could be a little tuck spot or just on a page or whatever. So I'm showing stamps because not everybody draws. This one I drew the pumpkin and cut it out. That's an idea. Leaves are actually pretty easy. If you have leaf stamps, use leaf stamps. If you don't, then you can draw. If you don't draw, you could try. I mean, a leaf's not that hard, really. I would like to have this straight. So I was thinking I should cut it off before I draw on it so that I know what it is I need left. And I had a cutter yesterday. Where did it go today? We're just going to embrace imperfection. We're just going to cut. Well, actually, if we use, there's a line on the back here, I think. Just want it somewhat straight. There. Now we have a bigger tab to play with. All right. And I did find that the Pitt pens, is this the Pitt pen? This is a Unipin Pitt pen, 0.05. So that one's going to be like super thin. I might want one not quite that thin. I'm assuming that the Copic would also work. Ooh, this is, what is this one? Faber-Castell Pit Pen. Oh, that's a different color, but that one might work too. Might be kind of cool on this. Might barely show. I might use it for like some accents. Okay. I'm thinking that this one should work. Do I want one leaf, two leaves? Do I want them somewhat? Let's put that back over there in the silicone thing. Let's do that. I had some leaves here on the table, and I was thinking, oh, actually, that would work really nicely with that. So I don't want it to look exactly like this one, but I want it to be friends. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do a big one, which is actually about the same size, but would have been better if I could have done it bigger. Maybe if I went across that way. I don't know. And then we'll do a smaller one. And then I'll cut those out. I add some details. We'll see. And I'll be right back. Kind of wishing I'd cut inside the line because this one doesn't have an outline and this one does. But I think I'm just going to see if I can kind of cover the black with this gold. Because it's a pit pen, it should stay on here. Because the black the black pit pen did. So, there's no guarantees though. I want something on there, but I did not like the black. I could have just cut off the black. I mean, that would have been another option. Also, I might want to just kind of just have a little bit of, I don't know, just, I'll have to show you up close because you won't really be able to see what in the world I'm doing here. Just adding some, adding a little something. I'll show you in a minute. Go ahead and outline this one in the gold. I mean, is it going to stay? I don't even know because it's staying wet longer than I was expecting it to. Give it a minute to dry. Give it a minute to dry, lady. The other, I did try the Uniball. What are they called? The Signo Uniball. I did try that on here. That will take a lot longer to dry. That was not a winner. I was kind of hoping it would because, like it's in silver. And so I was like, oh, if I do these in silver, that'd be kind of cool. I'm just going to do this side this time. Just little scribbles, just for texture on the leaf, I guess. Where there might be a little bit of decay happening or starting to turn colors or who knows. Does it still go with this now? I don't know. We could add some gold onto this. And just to give it something that's similar. Maybe I'll end up using this. Maybe I won't. Just thought this was kind of a fun idea to use the paint chips. I know some people that have worked at hardware stores are like, they end up getting thrown away because they're only used for like a certain amount of time before new colors come out and whatnot. And, when they get new cards and whatnot. I mean, don't go crazy, I think I might have got like 15 or something. Like I do like 10 or 15 at a time when I go in. I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. And if you're really worried about it, I think there's a trash can there that, or after people touch them, they put them in the trash. So I'm like, well, at least I'm taking them home and using them for something. It seems a little bit more better, more fun. All right, that will show. All right, that would show through. So that could be kind of fun behind. And then maybe this one. I struggle with layering leaves. Do you guys struggle with layering leaves? It shouldn't be that hard. Just layering leaves should not be that hard. Okay, well, first of all, let's find a base. All about that bass, no trouble. Oh, that's kind of good. Similar green. That could be kind of fun to use too, couldn't it? Wouldn't it? I mean, you could even just use, you don't have to use this. Just do that. You know what I'd like to do? I would like not to cut my finger like I did last time. Just gonna make that a little bit. Cover on, lady, you're gonna cut yourself. Thinking, kind of stick that in there. Usually I'll start it with that, and then I still prefer scissors when it comes to this kind of thing. Use the little one. You want the little one? And the big, oh yeah, that's kind of fun. Purple adds a little bit of funness to it. Yeah, I don't need that. You don't need him. We do have that little line if we want to use that. Another piece of something. Let's get the darker paper with the lighter paper is always nice. Even do this over here. Do we want to add more purple to it? I do want something to make it a little bit wider. I want it. Let's see, what's this piece? That's got different greens in it with some red. It's not quite what I want. That's not quite what I want either. We could put it on a, that's got little specks of purple in the background, which could be interesting. Oh yeah, we could do that. And then this could be like over on the edge there, like a tab, or it could be a tab on top. That could be fun. I think I want more purple in the background though if I do that. And oh, so we got spices a few weeks ago, which we haven't still washed the bottles. But anyway, I pulled out all the pieces and I put them in here, and now my inks are like all, I got all the browns, red and yellow, red and pink, orange and yellow, greens, green, blue, and purples and grays and whites. So yeah, I can find my inks more better now. I'm so happy. I'm such a bee. If you know, you know. I think I'm a ladybug, but really I'm a bee. If you know who Cass Clutterbug is, then you know what in the world I'm talking about. This was not the video I had planned to make. I was gonna make one I watched. I'm still gonna make one, but it's just gonna be, a different video. I watched Amy Crafty Cat USA, and she did the Somerset. I saw her in Somerset Studios, and so yeah. Oh, well, I got a little bit on the leaf, but it should probably come off anyway. I'm gonna dry this real fast. I can pause. So the first ink I used was Villainous Potion, but I think I also want to do a little bit of Seedless Preserves, or, I could do some stamping, actually. What do we have here? We have Dusty Concord, the other purple, and we have Seedless Preserves. There's a little bit of the reddish purple in the middle there, with this purple on the outside, so I think I might do that. And I still have some of Carrie's stamps over here. And I was thinking of the frayed weave. That's what I was thinking of using. Who knows what color will come out as, because I probably have some greens and stuff on here. That should be fine. Okay. Just gonna kind of bring this in a couple of places where it may or may not show. All right. We do it off on the drop paper, then we'll have some fun drop paper to play with later in life. Also with this purple, I know I have some splotchy splotches back there, but maybe I want something less splotchy, and that's what I want. I know, oh no, I've already got that kind of a shape, so that's not what I want. I thought that was what I wanted, but it's not. What if we just do some of this weave, um, and then cover our hand in purple, because that's fun. All right, I'm going to try that and be right back. Did we go too far? I don't know. We might have. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. Let's go ahead and, do we want to ink? Do we want to ink? Yeah, that'll tone this down a little bit maybe. She wants to ink, but she lost her ink already. Why would I know where my ink is? That's just crazy pants. All right, let's move these inks back over here. I already put this off on this index card. I still have more on here, which I might just go ahead, spray and put on this index card. This is just the start of something new. That's all. It's the start of something new. I think my fingerprints might have got in there. That's all right. I'll just kind of wipe this off a little bit. Hey, we got 2 more things out of it. We got 3 pieces just out of that one little bit of spray that we did. All right. I was going to ink, but I did something with the ink that I want. What? I don't know. I just don't know. As soon as I pause, I'll find it. That's the annoying thing. It's like, as soon as I pause, it'll be in front of my face. No, I moved it over to the side and another ink went on top of it. The cardinal couple is right outside my window right now. I mean, I could try to turn the camera, but as soon as I do, she already went away. The male was there a minute ago, and now the female is there. I know that feels busy, but a lot of that's going to get covered up because, it's just background. It's just background. If we wanted to bring a little bit of that green back there, we could. But we've got the green in 3 places, so I don't feel like we really need to. But there's like tiny bits of green here and there. I reserve the right to change my mind, of course. All right. Oh, why do I throw it? I throw it over to the side, and then I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd it go, dude? Where'd it go? This time I'm going to use the black writing. The nice thing about this, I think it's Japanese. Don't come at me for not knowing the difference between Japanese, Chinese, Korean. That's not the language I speak. So there's no need to be coming at me for that. I think this way. Somebody did once. I was just like, actually, they came against all Americans, and they might have also been American. I didn't quite understand the deal with that. But. All right, let's also ink this. This is a permanent ink. This is Ranger's Archival Ink Coffee. That is my preferred ink. It's gonna stay. I don't have to worry about it rubbing off on the especially on like shiny pieces like this. All right, we're putting the little one in here because why not? And the big one behind there. It's got a little bit of floor over here. And we can always angle that however we want. There is some white core happening here. Do we want to? Yep, I do. I do. I want to ink it. I want to ink it so bad. Got a little purple on that one. That's fine. I think if I did want to use some green ink back here, I think either the peeled paint might work, actually. Or I don't know that the Shabby Shutters has enough yellow. Oh, we're just gluing it down. Oh my goodness. Just glue it. Just glue it. You can tell I've had a fun weekend by all the lovely all the inks and whatnot happening back here. Oh, that goes over here more. Oh, do I have time to move it? I wanted that to go over here, I think. But over here a little bit. And I don't know why I audition it like I do, because I just end up doing whatever I want anyway when it all comes, when it's all said and done. Just gonna do what I want anyway. Right, I want the words, the words, these parts of words here. I want them to be straight. Don't know why. I just do word. Oh, here it is. And I didn't glue that top bit down yet because I want to be able to get behind here. Oh, and I probably shouldn't have glued that bit down either because I also want to get there. All right. I think I'm going to use, the Fairly Arts glue to glue this down. Get it underneath there and just kind of cover that line. I don't know, I just like the way it layers where it's tucked behind the flowers. I don't know why I'm trying to put that cover on that glue. And then we have the purple in the background, which is now a little bit more in the background because we've got covered so much. And then we can decide, oh, no, we're just going to trim that off. That leaf is not supposed to be poking out there. Just going to trim that off so it's not doing that. There we go. That's more better. And we want to do it there, or there, or here, or you could even do it at the bottom there. You could even make it a little tuck spot if you wanted to. Yeah, I'm only covering a line there. I might put it down here. Could make it shorter too. It does feel a little bit long. Okay. Just gonna glue it over here and stick it right there. Maybe come in a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that, sticking up on the outside of that. All right, so there is that. Just on a library card. And then you got writing space on the back. And you can tell it's handmade because it's not neat and pretty and pristine. We don't do that here. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Happy to have you here. I am not a neat and pristine kind of person. I am a experiment and play and have fun. That's the kind of person I am. All right, I kind of think I want to leave the butterflies like this, but I want to separate that top piece. I'm going to use hopefully, I didn't go to use the words on the back to line it up. But I'm thinking about doing that and make it a cluster. And then this could be like over on the side or something. I could also like I don't have to keep it that shape, do we? We could kind of tear there. Could even done it. So if you tear it towards you, you're not going to get that white edge, but the part you tear away from you is going to have that white edge. And it's up to you if you like that white edge or not. I don't usually have friends that do, and they're like, come on, come to the white edge side. That would be Mariah and Stephanie. They like to encourage me to have that white edge showing. All right, and then do I want to do that over here too? I might. So I do this thing, which I saw somebody do using some of my fussy cuts on Instagram, where they partly tear, because I have easy fussy cuts in my Kofi shop. If you're ever looking for, if you don't like to fussy cut and you still like to have focal points that are really cute and pretty, I definitely have some in my shop. All right, so towards me, if I want it to not have the white. Okay. There we go. I'm not going to worry too much about it. But anyway, so I didn't have to cut out the whole butterfly. It still looks really cute. And it'll look really good on a cluster. I could even tear this piece here too if I wanted to. Sometimes I don't mind if there's some ripped lines and some straight lines, and sometimes I want them all straight or all ripped. It really doesn't matter too much, does it? All right, what's this scrap here? Ooh, that's a fun scrap with a similar-ish, I like the numbers, with a similar-ish kind of, I can, great, color. At least it's got brown anyway, which is similar to the brown stamping, if nothing else. Ooh, do we want to use a piece of this? Do we have any that has stuff on it? Not necessarily. See, this is why I do sometimes save this, but, you know, I don't stress about it. You know, and then you just ink it up, just dirty it up. Oh, you can have it be white. It's fine. It's just texture. It's just a fun texture to have, especially when you're doing clusters. I want that number to show. I might save that and cut out that number even. Could do that. You can do whatever you want. It's your art. You do you, boo. So you have this leaf. I made a bunch of painty papers in the fall, and that leaf is kind of cut off right there, but that's okay. All right, I'm not going to use that. Well, what about, no, not that leaf either. Not that feather either. Now, if we wanted to, we could use like, because like if we're using like these colors, we could come in and just make like a little strip. If we wanted to like use something like that, use some of the pieces, you know, just have a little feature stripe. Because I do have a journal that will be using these kinds of colors. We even have this little piece. These berries could be coming out I draw on stuff, and then I have drawings to play with. No, that doesn't work. Okay, just going through my scraps on my desk, because you just never know. You never know what you're going to want to use. Let's get a little bit of red. Volvo something. I don't mind the red. Oh, I think I'll ink the edges. That might help my brain a little bit. Might help my brain just a little bit. Maybe I need something big. Okay, what do we have in here? We have a pile of just scraps. We got ledger. That's just blank ledger, which could end up being like, okay, let's tear that there. I like both those. I like the edges. I like all the things on there. Yep. Oh, we have one of these things from your creative studio. My goodness. Does that mean we want, is 2 butterflies too much? Is that what I'm thinking? Is that what I'm thinking here? Is that what's wrong with my brain? Maybe I will separate the butterflies, and then but I still want some of the paint chip too, so still want more of the color to show than just the butterfly, I guess is what I'm thinking. Personal preference, how you want to do it. All right. Something about this I don't mind. I want some on each side though, maybe, potentially. All right, I'm just going to start gluing stuff, because sometimes I will never make a decision unless I start just gluing stuff. I know some people audition and they like it, but then what happens is I audition it, I like it, and then I change my mind when I glue it down anyway, so I might as well just start gluing. You know what I'm saying? All right, just gonna stick that. Do we want the red? Yeah, the red's fine, because we got this kind of burgundy color in there if we decide to use that. How far over do we want to do it? Do we want those numbers? Oh, we have other numbers we can use, so I don't think I do like that red. Okay, changing our minds. It's okay. It'll rip. It'll be fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We still have enough of that black in there that we like it. And then I'm just going to put that there. Oh, see, that color there is closer to that color there, so I do like that better. And I might just go ahead and no, I like this. Some of this shows, so it's all right. Just gonna have that on there. Not much of it shows, but some of it. I just like this organic edge a little bit more. That's fine. Oh, forgot about this piece. That's okay. Well, we don't have to use this. We don't have to even have the whole flower show if we don't want. Or, can we peel this up? Now, if you like grungy stuff, then you won't mind too much if you rip stuff. It won't be that big a deal. All right, so we still have some of that color showing through. Okay. There we go. Do we want more of the black? I really like the black. Don't necessarily want it the same height as the other one. Don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. I just don't. Also going to have it stick out farther on that side than the other. I do want it straight though. Lines in my brain, I do like my lines to be straight up and down or horizontal, vertical or horizontal. Either way, just somewhat straight. Okay. Do we even like these butterflies on here anymore? Or do we want to cut them down a little bit more? All right, I'm going to have that go there, I think. I'm just going to put a line of glue right there. Okay, and oh, maybe we want this one over here. That's my alarm, not yours. Time for my wrist exercises, apparently. And down here, maybe. Coming off the edge a little bit more, maybe. Because we do still kind of want our triangle. So we have 1, 2, 3 with the color. In kind of a triangle. It's a lot. It'd be a fun tuck spot on a page, though. I mean, if I use it as a tuck spot, I would probably do like I did before. Put some tape on the back. You might not have seen me do that because that was for a short. Because I recorded myself cleaning off my desk. But then I was like, I'm not going to use this actually. But then I made something, I ended up playing and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll use that part and just cut out that part. Scissors would be nice. Scissors would be nice. This will grow on me. I can't say that I absolutely love it right now. I might have liked it if I cut the butterflies out more, and I could still. Because it's just, but it's a new thing I've tried, so I'm gonna just let it grow on me. Oh, it's got that color in the middle too. See, I knew there was a reason I picked that picture. Well, one, because I just randomly picked it up off my desk, but also, yeah, let's see. We could do October leaves, so this is probably going to end up being leaves. I do like for it to be fairly straight. And what I might even do is, just cut some leaves, random weird shaped leaves apparently. Um, and then I will, you'll see, I'll do something with them. Don't worry. I'm going to do something with them. And I may even cut them again. I just kind of want the size and the basic shape right now. And for some reason that I don't understand, I'm able to just do that. Just, randomly cut things out and have them look halfway decent when I'm done. They might not look halfway decent right this second. You might be thinking, what are you doing? That just looks like you're just cutting out poops all over the place. It's funny shaped. You do want some smaller ones too, right? You want different size leaves for different parts of the, and different shapes. You're not always seeing leaves from the same angle. So some are going to be fatter, some are going to be longer, some are going to be, they're just all going to be different. You get different angles of the thing. Also, we're not doing a realistic thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right. So I have my tab. I don't think saving these is going to be super helpful. Oh, will that show up on that? We're going to do it on this. All right. So now apparently we're just going to combine things. So the thing that Amy was doing was the cardboard and then drawing on them. But instead of drawing, I'm going to, and she was doing faces. I'm not going to do faces. What is that noise? There's music. Oh, my dad probably doesn't have his headphones on. He thinks he has his headphones on, but he does not have his headphones on. That's most likely what's happening with that. All right. And I want the 56 to show. Okay, that's my problem. Is I want the 56 to still show. So we're having to grow this bush around the 56. Unless we go this way. Could be a pocket. Oh, it's most likely. Oh, it could go this way. That might make it a little. The 56 can go this way. It's because I wanted the number. I think usually the ones at the top are the biggest because they've been growing the longest. If you start looking at trees, at bushes and whatnot, you might notice that. I may have noticed that, but I might not have noticed that. I haven't decided if I've noticed that or not. And I'll cut off whatever I need to cut off. All right. I think I am going to do the thing that I do with my leaves, which is probably more annoying to other people than anything, because I'm going to do more squiggly-ish type lines that are going to, then I'm going to cut even more so around them. What I don't need. All right, so the 56 might not show. We're just going to have to live with that. Also, this will show more if I put something in front of it. All right, so this is not going to end up looking like the thing that Amy did, so it's fine. I am going to just put it on here. All right, so what I do, let's get to that part, lady, is I usually will take, and now I will kind of come around my leaves, and sometimes they'll be the way they are, and sometimes I might come in a little bit, because I like raggedy leaves. I don't like my leaves to be perfect. And then I will just come in and right around where I have those lines, I'll just define it a little bit more and do that. Fortunately, my dad listens to classical music, which is probably not, well, also my microphone, I think, kind of blocks it. So I should be okay. I shouldn't have to worry about, copyright. don't think you really do with classical music anyway. All right, I don't know. Can you see? So now it's got like a little outline. I might add some more details to it. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. Let's try one and see if we like it. Just add some little lines. I don't usually add that many lines, but you know. Anyway, I'm going to do that to all of these. And then I will be right back. I'm going to pause any second now. Okay, now that my husband's finally off the phone, I can finish this video. My goodness, he was on the phone with his mom for quite a while. All right, but we're almost done because this is almost an hour long, and that's kind of long. So I've been sitting over here fussing, and I want to put something on the back of this because it's just kind of not very strong. But I'm going to start just by putting this on here. I do think I like that. I'm keeping the tape on there. We're just going to have that little strip there showing. And also I want to put this over here. This paper is very fragile is the only thing. So I'm going to put that up there. And I'm going to go ahead and put these on here now so I know where they are, because I have decided, you know, that I want these pieces. And I want that to meet up where that number starts. Definitely want that number showing. All right, so we have that. And then I had this piece, and I was thinking about putting it over here. So I inked it, and then I kind of bent it and inked it. So that's why we have those darker spots, but they might not show super great. I was just going to put that in between there for some contrast there. That's what I was thinking about doing there. And then we have a lot of texture going on over there, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on right here. All right, I have weird things that I think about when I'm gluing stuff down. Like, I don't want this square to line up with the top or bottom of that rectangle. These are the things I think about, just so you know. And then we're just going to put some glue on here and hope this holds on. And I think, like before, I'm going to put some tape on here. I think I might not have a choice because that might not stay on otherwise. Also, it will help strengthen the back of that because that's a very fragile piece of paper. I could potentially also add just backing to it. But for right now, I'm going to put that tape there, which should strengthen that a little bit. And I'm not putting it all the way to the edges so that, I don't know why. I'm just, because I didn't make a piece that big, probably. There's not really a real reason. Okay, we're just pretending like there was a reason. Yep, there's stuff on my fingers. It's coming off on the tape, looking really gross, but that's okay. But that definitely fortified that. What I was starting to say is that I'm not putting it on the edge so I can still glue it, but that wasn't the reason why. It may end up being a reason, but all right. And so I was kind of struggling with my leaves. I'm just going to start gluing them on, and then I will add the branches and whatnot afterwards. I think we're coming off the edge. It's all right. As I say, the biggest ones need to come at the top, be at the top, because they've been growing the longest. Not all bushes do that, but there have been some bushes that I've noticed that are that do that, you know, that have the bigger leaves at the top. Just gonna glue them down and hope for the best. Because to be honest, every time I put them down, you know, first of all, they'd move all over the place, which makes it a little bit harder to figure out what I'm doing. And you know, they look good in several ways. In some ways, they maybe didn't look as good, but it, you know, it's just branches on a bush and whatnot. I want them to overlap because I think that's more fun. Got some shorter ones in here. And this one's like a bent over one, so it looks shorter, but it's not. It's just bent over. And we want this one. I think this one is going to maybe go over here. And sometimes there's leaves missing on a bush. They're not all going to be all perfectly perfect and whatnot. Do we want that one? Tuck that one behind there a little bit, maybe. Sometimes the hardest part is just having enough leaves. Because you think you have enough leaves, and then you get there and you're like, oh, wait, this isn't. And I had them earlier. I think I had them so that they were kind of sort of evenly left and right. But because I have this big brown piece here, I didn't want too much brown. Like, it would feel unbalanced if I had this even, like the same amount of leaves on both sides, and then had that. So I'm kind of having it more heavy on this side, lighter on this side, because we have that there. Does that even make any sense? It might not. I might just be making things up. Who knows? Where do we want this one? I don't know. Maybe down. Just hang it. No. They grow up. I know. Michelle keeps saying they grow up. All right, we'll just double that one there. All right. And then put the cover on your glue so it doesn't dry out is always a good idea. If I don't do it now, I might forget, because if this is the last one I make, I could potentially forget, which makes me think, did I put the cover on the other glue? Let's hope I remember to check that. All right, this is 0.5, so that's fine. And that might be a little, I might need to cut this one down a little bit. Yeah, it's better to cut them beforehand. Oh, I was going to ink them too, because there's the white core of the paper showing a little bit, but that's all right. It's fine. And just kind of bring my branch down in the middle, make sure that it's thick enough to support all these leaves. I might come down through with like a brown marker later with the branches. And then they do need to attach though. If they're not attached, then they're not going to look like they're part of the tree, you know? So I just need a little bit more glue, probably holding it down. Down. And this one just needs a little. That one's attached. That one is being a pain. Don't be a pain. If you want to learn how to draw botanicals, Michelle at the Creative Cove is very good at drawing, and she's good at teaching and explaining things. I just draw however I feel like drawing. Sometimes it looks good. Well, some people are really nice and say they always look good, but I don't always show you the ones that I don't like. So you can assume that all you want. So we got October leaves, and we've got a little leafy bush kind of happening there. When I find my brown water-soluble marker, I may come through there and just add some brown in there. I don't know where it is at the moment. I've got a pink and a purple. Oh, wait. I do know where they are. They're right behind me. Probably don't have the right color brown. But that really is neither here nor there. This is a brown that is running out of ink. But sometimes I just put some water on there. And it brings out some ink. It's more of a reddish brown, but that's okay. We got the black behind there too, which will help. There we go. Do we like it? I don't know. Sometimes they need to be a little bit thinner paper to, but you know, it's still something. So that could be like a topper on like a fall journal. That'd be really super cute. Or it could be a pocket and it could hang off one side or the other. Like this could hang off the page or this could hang off the page. Either way, doesn't matter. But those are just some ideas to use your paint chip cards. I mean, you could just do this and use that on something if you wanted to. You know, that'd still be cute. Like that could oh my word. Why is it so hard to think of the words? You know, you could just, you know, do a little cluster I mean, however you want to do a cluster. I mean, you could even just have it go all the way down the side of a page even. Just do some fun stuff with that. Oh, this was from some Amazon packaging that is a little bit thinner than cardboard, which is why, you know, I'm able to use it a little bit more better. I'm not sure the address, but yeah, it was something. I don't remember what came in here, but yeah, fun to use anyway. So yeah, so we have that, and we have that. It's growing on me a little bit. It's got a little bit, I don't know. And we have that, and we have more. And we have this one, which was a little bit more simple, and this one that I did, you know, when I was cleaning off my desk, came up with the idea. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you came away with some ideas. You know, if you don't draw, you can use stamps. The Stays On works, the archival works, and eventually, if you give it time, the VersaFine does eventually dry. Also, you could use heat embossing, and then it won't move once the heat embossing is on there and melted. So, I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope you have a delightful day. Love you.